So, having used a Madcatz Street Fighter 4 pad for a few years, I thought I'd give some opinions on it. Now, I have to emphasise I cannot use fight sticks. I've always struggled with them, and I've used joysticks since the Spectrum days, and I've just never been that good at them. Even in the arcades, sort of with Tekken and cronusmax, I just really suck at them. I always have to have a D-pad. When I got the controller, it felt it was a little bit too big, just around the base here. I mean, up here it's not too bad. It does the buttons, and the D-pad does feel comfortable. But just the base here just feels a bit too big. Well, I haven't got very big hands, but yeah, the position of that is absolutely fine. I do like the layout of the buttons when playing games like Street Fighter 4, Skullgirls or Killer Instinct, well, using an adapter. And it's really easy to do stuff like throws and combo breakers and that kind of thing. It's a bit difficult. I'm using one hand for the camera. But let's say, for argument's sake, you're playing Street Fighter 4 or a Killer Instinct, you want to do a throw. It's very easy just to press light punch and light kick at the same time, just with one thumb. So that's pretty cool. The face buttons do have a slightly clicky response, but they do feel a bit loose. If you can hear, that's just rattling a bit. But the trigger buttons, they're not too bad at all, and they don't rattle as much as the face ones. So, having used the Xbox 360 D-pad for a while, the fight pad does feel better, but it's not perfect. For me, it just needs to be a little bit more clicky. So you can see here, it's not clicky at all. Also, it just feels a little bit too big, and I think a couple of things actually. The D-pad needs to be textured, because the amount of times my thumb slipped off as well. And I think the D-pad part needs to be a little bit more pronounced, just to make it easier with the left, right, up and downs. Comes with a turbo as well. You basically hold the turbo, and then you press the button you want it to be a turbo button. So that's pretty cool. So you can have all the buttons as turbo if you wanted, and you can even choose the speed of the turbo. And you got the little button here, down here. Zoom in there. The back button. Got them buttons here, and on the back you can select if you want the D-pad to be based on the analog control of the Xbox or the D-pad. I mean, on the whole, it is better than the Xbox 360 pad for fighting games. It is better, but it still could do some improvements as well. But a couple of things I did here. One is that people were saying to me that the Street Fighter Cross Tekken fight pads were better, but also I heard from Madcatz themselves they've got some fight pads planned for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, so I'm hoping they're a bit better, just a little bit cut away down here, just to make it easier to grip on. I think for me, my ideal fighting pad would be a cross between the decent Sega Saturn pad, the Mega Drive 6-button pad, but a D-pad similar to the Xbox One. So I really like the D-pad on that, although that could be a bit more pronounced. But next week I'll be getting a Fighting Commander 4 pad for the PlayStation 4, so I'll probably give that a try as well, and put a review for that out.